Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. Infinite Creator, Olodumare, to my higher self, my Ori, Ashu, Obatala, to the Agun Marine Laye, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, to my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, Florine Williams, Norman Williams, Exius Willie, thank you for allowing me to source the most accurate reading for those with Sagittarius placements in their chart. All right, guys, let's get in to your reading. Okay, sorry, I have to cut the TV off. All right, you got a 5-card spread, including the top and bottom of the deck. I've also pulled some oracle cards for you. I'm using the Soul's Journey Oracle deck for your oracle cards. I'll say your oracle cards are happiness, but it came in reverse. Okay, so you got happiness, you have self-esteem, you have denial. Okay. And then in your tarot spread, your 5-card spread, we have the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, 4 of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the upright, 10 of Swords in the upright, rounding out the spread. At the top of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, guys, so this is the second spread of the day, and the first spread you have the Ace of Swords, very prominent, and then you have the Queen of Swords looking very prominent to me too, right? And when she's holding her hand out like that, right, when I'm looking at it, let's see if I can get this right, she's holding it towards the 10 of Cups. And I want you to notice that you also have a 10 of Swords, so you have 10, 10. And this is pain and happiness. This is an ending. 10s represent endings and new beginnings. And when you get the 10 of Swords, it is a definite ending. Like, stick the fork in it, it's done, it's over, it's ending, and it's time to move towards happiness. Okay, these are some situations where they're extreme. That's extreme pain, extreme happiness. Okay, so you have to use Queen of Swords energy to get to the happiness you're looking for. And that, what it's saying is it's in your mind. Whatever's happening is in your mind. And like I always say, like when you get these swords, it's not a spell or a continuous ritual or anything like that that will get you where you need to be. It is just clarity. It's a decision, 2 of Pentacles. So right here with this 2 of Pentacles, there could be a loss that occurred. But what I really feel like is change. 2 of Pentacles represents change. Things are changing in your life right now, all right? Even if it's uncomfortable, okay? Now, next to the 2 of Pentacles, you have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 4 of Wands in the reverse. 4s represent security. Even the 4 of Pentacles represents security. This is the security you've created for yourself, like building and constructing. Some of you could be on mundane levels, home buying, or relatives living with you, or relatives trying to move in. You guys will find to be like not the best time right now. Some sort of setback or snag in that area, either around home buying or people trying to move in, live with you kind of things. I don't know if you're staying with a particular family member, but there may be issues. There could be definite issues of jealousy with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the 5 of Swords. Now, this is one thing on another mundane level about like arguments and things being said. I feel like if you or another person says something hurtful, they are speaking from an ungrounded place in their life, right? Because your first 3 cards, I feel a sort of instability, okay? Not knowing where I'm going, or things have been fluctuating too much. There's just too many ups and downs, too many, I don't know, where I'm going, what I'm doing. waiting for things to come in. Certain things could be going out and nothing could be coming in. It could be you or another person that this is happening. And then you may offer up an idea. Someone else may say, maybe you should do this. And then there could be an argument with the Five of Swords. Or maybe someone spoke from a place of, I don't have security. So they kind of lashed out, right? And said something that, hurt everybody. Because these are at the top and at the bottom. This is what I was going for. This is what I'm trying to maintain. And then somehow this happened, right? And then we're all walking away. And then there's one person left behind like, yeah, I said it. I said what I said, But I mean, we got the 2 5s. You hurt. Somebody got hurt by something said or done. Hurt pretty bad. Okay? Now, if it was you who received the pain, remember, you're the Queen of Swords. You can cut that away because you know where this person was speaking from. But also, if you are in the midst of a situation where you're about to speak out of a place of insecurity, then think before you speak, because there's something about self-esteem here. Okay? Something about self-esteem. So give me a sec, guys. Let me look at my notes for a second. Okay. Now, there are other things going on where you may be ignoring the details about something. Something you're involved in, whether it be a relationship or your job or something like that. You ignored a detail that would have let you know that this isn't a suitable place for me. This union, this home, this friendship isn't suitable, right? And because you ignored it, resentments started to build up. Okay, there was some sense of resentment building up. There could be some arguments going on, different things like that. Some of you all are wasting your time in a particular area. And this is, even with the Queen of Swords, is telling you that your time could be better spent somewhere else, doing something else, focusing on something else. Okay? But because there's a rut here. Somebody is like stuck in a rut. And this is why I feel like this is why something negative could be said, or between you and another person. I don't know. You could be stuck in the rut. The person you're living with could be in this energy. But you got to break yourself out with the sword. Break yourself out. Give me a sec, y'all. Right. There's a lack of progress, lack of interest, and then something about change. Okay? So take that as it resonates, because something isn't moving. There is a loss. Something's out of place. There's this, and then when I tell you about the resentment, the fours gather things. So to have the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands means that it's something that's been building up. It's not nothing to build on, but it's there. I feel like more of an emotion kind of building up that is going to cause a conflict. There's definitely an emotional buildup. Some of you, I'm going to get into your oracle cards, but I just feel like some of you need to recognize that something isn't you, that if it isn't me, why am I doing it? If this isn't who I truly am, what I believe, or, just this I don't belong here kind of thing. And I don't look at it in a bad way. And it could feel bad. So I'll say this. If someone or a group of people or a family member is trying to exclude you, trying to hurt your feelings, right? They're trying to make you feel different. But maybe you need to recognize that you are different. It may hurt your feelings that you wanted things to be together and somehow they ended painfully or bad. But it was maybe you for too long, like I said earlier, there's this energy of a waste of time. Time could be spent better elsewhere. Maybe the situation occurred to push you somewhere else. So before you get caught in your feelings about a situation hurting you or being, a negative experience, think about, have I been fighting too long to be with or be a part of something that isn't really me anyway? And then it just kind of built up to this point, right? So that's why I'm saying with the Queen of Swords, don't sit with too much emotion too long about why it hurt so bad or why someone did it, the situation probably occurred to move you, because in this spread, like your last spread I just did, you have a 5. Fives are about motion and about instability. And then I definitely see instability in your first 3 cards. So, but it is to move you forward, to move you with the right idea. You also you built up stuff here. You have a lot of knowing. See, of the 10 of Swords, Queen of Swords sort of energy. Okay, if you've dealt with situations like this in the past, don't repeat them, kind of thing, you know? Or if a family member hurt you so bad and then I was trying to give somebody a second chance, or whatever case, whether it be a family member or not, it's like, yeah, no, the same thing is going to happen again. But the only way I could find the family, the group, the place where I belong is if I'm being honest with who I am and where I'm moving forward to with clarity. So, okay, guys, let's get into your oracle cards. Happiness. Happiness says, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. In your last reading, you had the Page of Pentacles. And I was telling you, you are on the right path. So keep going, even if you are getting confused about what you're doing. So you are on the right path. Happiness. Give me a sec. Let me get this for you. Happiness says, before incarnating, your soul created a blueprint for you to follow in this physical dimension. The easiest way to chart this path is to follow your bliss. Y'all, look at this. The Queen of Swords is pointing towards what? Bliss. That's what she's pointing toward. Okay? Total happiness, right? So it says, follow your bliss. Life is full of choices and opportunities. Spirit, in its infinite wisdom, has given you the emotion of happiness to guide you. The signposts are always there, but you have to acknowledge them and you have to have the courage to follow them. As you hold this card, do you feel that you are living a life of happiness? In what areas is it lacking? It may be time to be truthful with your soul self. Listen to its language and intuit if there is someone or a scenario holding you back from experiencing complete happiness. Even though it may be painful to admit, and it is painful, there's something painful here, right? Even though it may be painful to admit, you need to be completely truthful. Be mindful of how happiness will affect every aspect of your life on your path. Also, intuit if there is someone else in your life who needs to be brought into the awareness of happiness. This is important to recognize as well. Others will want to learn from you. Others will want to learn from you, and whether you admit it or not, you can be their teacher. When you are filled with love and compassion, not only do you bring happiness into your life, but you lead others by example. Be the light. And it's funny, that last part about others, I was saying, if it's not you who's feeling this instability and lashing out, it's someone else, but you're too wise to sort of fall for that, let me argue back with you kind of thing, right? And by you being strong, confident, and knowledgeable with clarity, or speaking, just being honest, it possibly shakes up the situation and changes that other person's perspective, or brings them back into a state of, yeah, why the hell am I, talking like this, right? So, self-esteem. Okay, let me get this for you. Self-esteem says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others, okay? I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Self-esteem. It is easy to perceive others as being better than you. This is a trap of the ego. There is no one greater or lesser than you. There are only those who have learned how to reveal their gifts to a greater or lesser degree, right? It's just someone showing off their gift. And maybe for you, this is what I was saying, maybe you are in environments that don't really allow you to breathe, to be yourself. And you got to escape those places to be the best version of you. That way, you're not looking to emulate or copy another person, because I'm being my best self, So it says, to a greater or lesser degree. Everyone is born with unique abilities of the soul. And just like snowflakes, no two are ever alike. You have a unique perspective to share with the world and have come back this time to put your stamp on it. Perhaps you may not be aware perhaps you may not be aware or even in tune with your incredible and gifted self. Why not try to make a list of 10 aspects of yourself or abilities you possess that you love and hold in high regard? It is not always easy to write about yourself, but sometimes you need to be reminded just how special you are. Remember that you did not come down to the schoolroom by accident. You have meaning and a reason for being. You are a treasure. You are a treasure chest of incredible gifts and insight. Now is the time to celebrate you. Right. That's what I was saying. This isn't me. I need to be me. I got to do my own thing. I got to celebrate myself. I got to stop chasing behind someone else's dream or someone else's look or someone else's passion. I got to do something for myself. Denial. Denial is your third card, okay? So let's get into it. Denial. Denial says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. It is time to open up and be completely honest with yourself in this present moment. It's so crazy about all this honesty. Swear, with the Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, and 2 readings like this. It's time to open up and be completely honest with yourself at this present moment. Buried fears and resentment do not die. And I told you 4 of Pentacles is resentment. And this is probably why they're in the reverse. And that's what I was saying, they were building up. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, building. The resentment is building. Okay? Now, it doesn't have to be in you. This could be in another person. So you just got to watch your environment, okay? So, buried fears and resentment do not die. They merely fester and cause dis-ease. Only by bringing them to the surface and examining them in the light of day will the love and compassion... Sorry, guys. Okay. It says, only by bringing them to the surface and examining them in the light of day with love and compassion, will you banish them from your life. It may bring you pain and heartache to reflect upon these situations again, but you are only giving them power by suppressing them. The dangerous seeds of denial will grow and spread and manifest unless you uproot them, examine them, and release them. This is the only way to become whole and healthy. Learning not to bury painful emotions in the first place, deal with them as they come, and take all the time you need to neutralize them without hiding them. Your soul wants to live honestly and authentically in the now. Don't hinder it by placing emotional landmines on its path. And sometimes, like, this situation could occur, right? Because of the buried things. Because of someone feeling unstable, tired of things changing, fluctuating, whether it be you or another person. Or, aside from that is that, the bad thing happened to recognize something that I've been hiding from myself. And in that moment, in that argument, in this weird betrayal, I have to face a particular thing about myself that I don't want to look at. And it's not for me to go off or go crazy. It's for me to gain clarity and understanding. Okay? That's what I feel. That's what I feel for this reading. And by doing that, you gain real happiness, not a fake happiness. Not some other version of happiness that you thought you had to be, or that there's just one way to be happy in this life. Like, that's it, yeah. And if I don't achieve that version, oh, fuck, I'm so angry. You're not, more authentic and real, who you really are, okay? Yeah, that's what I have for you. If the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you want to book a personal reading, the link to book is in the description box below. All right, guys. See you.